After pulling Frazier over, McAlpin evidently found drugs, a small rock, and he arrested Frazier. He drove him to the end of Apple Lane, a remote area in the Robin Hood area in Brandon, Mississippi. We're talking more about Rankin County Sheriff's Department torture. This is the earliest case that they have documented in 2004. Brett McAlpin had pulled over Joe Dwayne Frazier on his way home from work on Old Lake Road in Robin Hood. He was driving home from work, and like I said, after he found that small rock, he drove him to the end of Applewood Lane, which is in Robin Hood, Brandon, Mississippi. Once he got him there, he threw him on the ground, handcuffed, kicked him repeatedly in the torso and in the leg. He then put his weapon to the back of Frazier's head and threatened to unalive him if he didn't tell McAlpin where more drugs were. And then later on that night, he took him to the Rankin County Jail and allegedly strapped him to a restraint chair, put a cloth over his mouth, poured water repeatedly. He was waterboarding him. And at the same time, he was tasing him in the groin area. He tased him so bad that Frazier is permanently damaged today in one of his rhymes with vesicle male parts. With this stuff taking place in a restraining chair, it just kind of shows you how the culture is there, that kind of stuff, torture going on in a facility. Now, Lion Brian Bailey would become the sheriff about 7 years later. Sentencing is coming up soon for these goon squatters, and I wish Brett McAlpin, all this stuff could be considered. Man, he did a bunch of torturing. Yo, Dre, got something to say?